Well, as my old Uncle Rufus used to say, if you can't ride, shop.
You don't have an Uncle Rufus, Chad.
I do.
Well, I would like him if he did, because I like to shop.
Well, if I did have an Uncle Rufus, he would say that.
That's right.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Ria Rossi Booth, and we are at Stedman's today in Tooele, and we are shopping.
That's true. We got thinking about it. If you shouldn't be riding right now,
Right.
then you should at least be tricking out your rig.
Right, and no better place to start than here.
That's true, and so we're going to find out from Russell what he's got, and then we're going to go around the state and see what other guys have got for you to spend that stimulus check money, that cruise refund you got. I mean, think about it. This sport is social distancing built in, so
Yeah.
regardless of what happens, once we get out on the trail, we can still practice social distancing.
That's right, so let's go check it out.
All right. Hey, Russell, you matched the machine.
Don't get too close.
Yep, we're staying 6 feet
May
away.
the force be with you.
And we do sell these dusk masks,
Yeah.
so, you know, right now they're double use.
Those are really nice.
So people, they can't go out right now, but that's not going to last for very long. So this seems like a great time to upgrade their machine. Is your service shop open?
Actually, right now, my service shop is a little bit slow. Generally, this time of year, we're 2 to 3 weeks behind, so now is the perfect time to come in.
Great
Okay,
idea.
so let's talk about some of this cool stuff you could do if you had this really cool looking razor. What kind of upgrades have we got on this?
So if you've already got your machine, you know, some ideas are, one, if you don't have it street legal, you know, you can put a street legal kit on it, because then you
Okay.
can drive a little more places.
Yeah.
The sound bars, if you don't have tunes in your machine, you know, that makes the party even more of a party. We got light bars so you can ride all night. You know, when the summertime does come, a lot of people like riding late at night.
Well, it's
instead
a
of
good
during the day.
safety thing too, to have
Yep.
lights on there.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
cool. Yeah, those are nice.
And then is this like,
So
Like
you've got a
authorized
winch.
gear here?
Yeah, so you've got a winch. So if you don't have a winch on your machine, it's a good idea to put them on. These aren't easy to push.
that one is just like a regular, it just kind of integrates right
Yeah, it
into
integrates right into this unit right here. It actually sits on the outside of the unit. So
Oh, okay.
it's hidden in there pretty good.
So,
Got
yeah,
a generator
that-
here, you know,
that's key.
we need to, you know, if you're gonna be out and staying away from people, you need to have juice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to buy all of this today, how long would it take you to put all this on my machine?
So we schedule stuff through the service department, but generally speaking, about 3 to 4 hours.
Oh,
if you
wow.
wanted to put all this stuff on. So,
Get it done in the morning, out in the afternoon.
yep, absolutely.
Beautiful.
Well, okay, so tell me about Stedman's business. What are you doing right now? What's you're open?
Actually, we're open. You know, we are an essential business. We do provide a lot for the local area here. So we are open. Our service department's open. Our sales department's open. We want everybody to be safe. I mean, we're asking to stay 6 feet away from each other. My people are cleaning the places up. You know, wiping.
Yeah, I noticed you were wiping down the handles when people were coming in and out of your doors. I noticed you come out there and wipe them down,
Yeah,
which is great.
Yeah, 2 or
Yeah.
3 times a day. You
Yep.
know, and it's interesting. Most people are being very cautious of how, and they're cognizant of what's going on.
Yeah,
So
it's been
Excellent.
so
great.
it's nice.
Well, that's a stop one. This gives you a chance to think about it. Right now, it's time for us to go on to our Where To adventure, that place you're going to want to be when you get to go again.
Resting in the breathtaking landscape of Emery County in southern Utah lies a Martian-like landscape, unlike any other. Goblin Valley State Park is a dazzling and colorful valley that is sure to leave you awestruck.
Goblin Valley is a great park. It's got a bunch of hoodoos, geological formations. It's similar to Bryce Canyon. It's a great place where people can come out and play in the valley amongst the goblins. They can go and climb around and enjoy being up close and personal with them.
This remarkable state park, which was discovered by cowboys searching for their cattle, was acquired by the state of Utah in the late 20s and was officially designated a state park in 1964. The incredible hiking and canyoneering at Goblin Valley State Park, it's guaranteed to impress your family. With slot canyons and one-of-a-kind views, it's one of the best ways to get to know this alien landscape.
Most people come out here to hike around. The first and most interesting thing is to go hike in the valley and hike around the Goblins, but we also have some slot canyons that are in the area that are really popular for people, like Little Wild Horse Canyon is a beautiful slot canyon, so a lot of people will come down there here to hike that as well.
Goblin Valley State Park is known for its sandstone goblins and formations. But here you can explore the geology and camp among the nooks and gnomes. This dramatic showcase of geological history is the perfect place to recreate and enjoy Mother Nature's stunning work.
Obviously rain is part of erosion. That's what has helped to form the goblins and sculpt them. Freeze thaw and rain, wind, erosion have caused that and made them what they are.
On top of the incredible scenery and amazing recreational opportunities, this state park also has camping accommodations for any style.
So we have a campground that has, we've got 24 campsites. We have a dump station. We don't have hookups at any of the sites, and we also have a group site. And there is a bathroom, and we have showers with the bathrooms. And then the yurts, they have swamp coolers for the summer, and they've also got heaters for the winter. And they sleep up to 5 people. We've got a bunk bed in there, and then a futon as well. And you have to bring your own bedding, but there are mattresses, and that's about it.
So the next time you're looking to truly get away, take a trip to this otherworldly state park.
Come out, we have great camps, great campground, camping sites, beautiful, goblins, great place to play in the hoodoos and spend the day. The San Rafael Swell has a lot of enjoyable activities as well. It's remote, it's a desert, but it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff to do.
For At Your Leisure, I'm Joe Davis.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. I'm Scott Huntsman in my Tunex shop in South Jordan. This is our What's New segment for this week. This Jeep JL behind me, while we're rock crawling, we're really going to work on a product that's going to improve our low RPM torque. It's a product from Venom Air, and it may actually give us a little better fuel economy as well. Let's head to CNG Racing and do some dyno pulls with this and really try this out. Okay, we've made 3 initial runs on the dyno. Maximum power, 227 horsepower, 290 foot-pounds of torque. Of course, up here at altitude, so that's our initial setting. Let's put the new product on and we'll retest from there. Okay, so initially I've installed the control box. Mounts under the hood. This is the control unit that will operate the fan assembly that's going to go in the intake system. This little controller is actually pretty compact. I've routed the harnesses for power to go up through the backside of the cowling across to the electrical box of the Jeep. We want to make this installation as clean as we can. I like things to look as if they came from the factory just this way. So that's our goal with it. Now we'll move on to the fan assembly in the intake. Okay, I've pre-assembled the fan charging unit. I have the hose connections added to it, and I have the wire harness connected to it. I really like the wiring of this. Good weather pack connectors and good sheath protection on this. Makes it good so parts won't rub into it and create an electrical problem. This is the unit that creates the boost. 2 fan motors inside of here. Right here is a breakaway of it, so you can get an idea of what it's going to look like inside with the 2 fans creating that initial and then secondary airflow into it. Let's get this on and we'll be ready to make our second runs on the dynamometer. Okay, my installation is complete. I've got this on, I've got all the wiring connections made. I've taken all the harnesses and made sure that they're out of the way of any kind of heat, exhaust manifold, moving part, sharp edge, anything. We want the wiring really nice and secure that way. It looks good. I'm happy with the installation. We're ready to give this thing a shot. Let's run it. Okay, we've run our final dyno numbers, and this is what we've got. The brown line is our after, the green was the before. We're about 20 foot-pounds higher on torque from about 2,300 to 3,000. In the off-road industry, that's a lot. And this JL is going to reflect that. I feel it in the seat of my pants when I drive this vehicle. So, you know, we're gonna see how that goes. We install these products at my TuneX locations, and I wanna thank Jaron at C&G Performance for allowing us to use his dyno today. I'm Scott Huntsman. More at your leisure in a moment.
Tyler said that we'd find him out by the delivery building.
Yeah, look at that big old building. These guys are busy. That's a big building.
That's right, they're selling a lot.
Yeah.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We're now at Jorgensens. We're finding out how people would spend their Corona bucks with their stimulus check that they will be getting, and he's got some great ideas, and here he is.
Hey, Tyler.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good to see you,
We'll
young
just
man.
shout from over here.
That's fine. You gotta stay 6 feet away from me.
That's right. This is a beautiful rig you got here.
Yeah, let's talk about, you know, the Terex. I mean, great Kawasaki. It's not green though.
They came out with some new colors. This is the new Terex, Kawasaki Terex KRX 1000. Phenomenal machine.
So if somebody had bought this and they were going to put upgrades on it, what have you put on this machine that somebody would want to accessorize with?
We've actually loaded this thing up pretty well. Right now we have, as you can see from this side, we have the upper soft doors, we have the rock sliders here, we have the premium roof, we have the Kawasaki light bar that actually back glows green, which is separate from the light itself,
Well,
which is
that way you
pretty
know
cool.
it's a Kawasaki.
Absolutely, there's got to be green somewhere.
That's totally cool. I love that.
Same with the lower light bar here, that's inset to the front bumper, and everything on here that you see comes from Kawasaki. We do a lot of customization here, but we didn't customize this in any way.
Right.
We just put genuine accessories on it. The side windows on the doors, we call them a soft upper door. They zip down, just like this. And they roll up inside and clip inside. So you can actually cruise without the window up if you would like, if it gets a little warm inside or if you like some fresh air.
Great feature.
Yeah, we also have a full stereo system in this unit from Kawasaki. It is a premium and phenomenal sounding stereo system.
So she's always complaining about cold. How are you going to keep her warm in this when we're in spring and winter?
We have a heater kit designed specifically for this machine inside installed already.
So that's
Wow.
another upgrade they can get.
It's already an upgrade.
Have we spent their whole incentive money already?
We'll see what we can do. See if we can extend that as far as we can.
All right, well that's great. We're going to take off from here, go to our Along the Way.
I'm Reece Stein at your leisure along the way in the southernmost national capital in the world. A beautiful oceanside city with a fun-loving vibe and a rich multicultural history. This is Wellington, New Zealand.
The last landmass on Earth to be humanized, New Zealand's capital city bustles along the reinvented waterfront. Historic warehouses converted to touristry shops and fancy restaurants, the center of action in this city of 500,000. Wellington is home to New Zealand's three-building parliament, including the 10-story-high beehive-shaped executive wing, alternatively praised and condemned for its odd architecture. We received the traditional welcome from Maori, New Zealand's first settlers, who arrived in Aotearoa, their land of the Great White Cloud, some 700 years ago, and get a lesson in paddling the waka, giant canoes that brought Maori from Polynesia. Then hop aboard for a quick cruise around the Wellington Harbor.
Tokihi, 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 Tokihi.
Maori likely originated in Tahiti and migrated west across the Pacific, following the stars and flocks of birds that must be headed for land.
Tokihi, 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 Tokihi,
This was a lot of fun, as well as a great introduction to Maori. Today, there are 600,000 Maori here, and efforts have been effective in increasing their social, political, cultural, and economic standing in modern New Zealand while maintaining their language and traditions. From Wellington, we hopscotch to some of New Zealand's most beautiful natural features. At a rest stop, we're attacked by Kia, the world's only alpine parrot, and one smart bird. He'll steal you blind if you aren't careful.
This is Milford Sound in southern New Zealand. In a country known for its scenic wonders, this, they say, is the crown jewel.
Not really a sound, but a fjord carved by glaciers and hailed by Rudyard Kipling as the 8th wonder of the world. Breathtaking Milford Sound is the star of Fiordland National Park, with walls jutting 4,000 feet straight up from the 9-mile-long channel to the Tasman Sea.
To see the glaciers down there, and that was such a magnificent sight. That was really special, and I was hoping it would be that good, and it surpassed my expectations.
A colony of New Zealand fur seals crowd onto Seal Rock, one of the few flat spaces in the Sound. Once hunted nearly to extinction, they're now protected and have recovered.
Americans should come to New Zealand, first of all, to explore our beautiful scenery, learn about our interesting culture, immerse themselves into Māori culture, and also have fun.
Our visit in January was not affected by the coronavirus outbreak. Currently, though, travel requirements for non-resident visitors make tourism from the U.S. impractical until after the pandemic ends, when New Zealand will again be one of the world's best tourist destinations. Reece Stein at your leisure along the way in New Zealand.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. Well, Chad and I are at our final destination of shopping. We are up at Weller's Recreation here in Camas, Utah, and they have the most beautiful machines in this shop. They are beautiful.
Well, and that's because their whole dealership is inside, even their warehouse.
I noticed there's no machines outside.
Yeah, that's right. It's all inside stuff.
You could eat off this floor. It is pristine.
Anyway,
it's beautiful.
We need to find out what kinds of things you could do for a Can-Am if you wanted to make a Can-Am really trick. Let's go find out what Rich has got in store. Just the guy we're looking for. Rich Weller, how are you today?
Good morning. I'm doing good, thank you.
Okay, so if we were going to go into the world of Can-Am and we were to make something a blank palette that you could do a lot of upgrades on, what would we be talking about?
First of all, we're talking about the Maverick Max, and this will fit on the XDS models, XRS, and XMRs. 2-seater, 4-seat. But there's a couple of things I want to show you today. One, we'll start with street legal. In traditional times, we used to have button lights that would be right down in here, a couple of them. Now with the new design, we have the Fang lights that are replaceable. And with that, it gives it a little bit more light, especially when there is a bumper on there.
It's so built in.
Yeah.
Second thing I want to go over is the windshield.
Okay.
Now, this windshield happens to be an aftermarket windshield. What I like about it is we do have venting in this, so on cold days we can close it, and then on those dusty days when we need airflow, we can open that up and get the air going through the chassis. The next thing I want to go over a little bit about is the doors. These are a powder coated door, and it'll have a lever on the outside of the door, and opposite of the traditional doors, it'll have an inside lever here. A lot nicer, the sills are a lot tighter.
What about this little net back here?
Oh, back on the back here, this is a windscreen. What the purpose of a windscreen is to minimize the dust as you're driving so it doesn't come back in and dust the rear passengers out. A couple other things I want to show you is right over in the corner here, I've got a set of tires. These tires are going to be a little bit taller. Those are going to be 32-inch tires that are going on there. Two things we get from that is not only the height of the machine that's raised, but also we go with a heavier ply tire. It's a 10-ply tire. And so, you know, if you're out in that shell stuff or more thorny stuff, it's just a tougher tire.
Yeah.
as you out there.
You call these like mongrel tires?
These are mongrel, yes.
It's a mongrel. That's what it is. That's really cool. These really do look a lot meatier than these.
A lot taller, yes.
Yeah.
And then you have on the far wall coolers, soft bags, hard bags. So they're easy on, easy off.
Well, I can see a lot of ways to spend that incentive check.
No kidding. Let's get spending.
Let's get spending. Why don't you take a look at next week's show? Well, next week's show looks great.
Yes, it does, but this thing not so much.
Well, we'll work on it.
Yeah, we need to work on it.
Well, remember, there's adventure around every bend.
You just got to get out there and create your own adventure. At your leisure. Let's go for a ride.
All right, 6 feet away.
Yes.